This is the best of the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Trump warns whole civilization will die tonight. Wow. If a deal with Iran isn't reached. Wow. Strong words from the president. Strong words. That the whole civilization will die tonight. Oh, wow. What you say? What time?
8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. today. Wow. We got some video on this. I want to hear. I heard it, but I want to kind of bring this in front of Truth Nation. If you watch as we broadcast live, we got video on this. Let's listen.
This is a post from President Donald Trump on his Truth Social account within the past 20 minutes. And I want to read the whole thing because he said in the very first line, quote, "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran." Now, this is in reference to that 8 p.m. deadline that he imposed on the leaders of Iran in terms of reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and saying that he was going to bomb the power facilities there and the bridges. And one other thing, just for the sake of context, we've been kind of mentioning that experts are saying this could be a violation of international law. Why is that? This woman here, this is retired Lieutenant Colonel Rachel Van Landingham, and she did an interview with PBS. And just for context here, in terms of why this would be a violation of humanitarian law, for those power plants, let's say by chance civilians are getting their electricity there for refrigeration, for medicine, and they need it for these hospitals. Disrupting that is why that would be an interruption of humanitarian law and a violation of that and considered a war crime.
All right, well, I'll say this. It's going to be interesting when 8 p.m. happen. I mean, when 8 p.m. come to see, was he just bluffing or was he trying to get them to sign, come aboard and try to sign something to try to create, an advantage for maybe the United States? I don't know. This war is all who can gain the advantage. And I don't think Trump is worried about war crimes. I mean, I think ain't Bush wanted for war crimes? I mean, it's a couple presidents that's wanted in other countries outside the United States for war crimes. So he'd be on the list of several other presidents. Ain't Bush Sr. and Bush Jr. on the list?
Bush Jr. for sure.
Bush Jr. and who else? Who else on that list?
Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu.
Right. For war crimes.
For war crimes, yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, here we go. Is he bluffing? Maybe Trump is bluffing. Because what would that mean? Are they going to just start? Is this a nuclear idea or is this just regular bombing? Because we all know they've been bombing for a long time. So if they're bombing things and it hasn't resolved anything and they're still fighting, it would have to be something stronger than a bomb. Are they going to drop a nuclear warhead on some of this stuff? If they're going to eliminate them that way? Or are they? Because they've been bombing since this happened. They've been hitting targets. I'm just saying, like, you're talking about obliterating something. I don't think that bombing obliterates anything because it seems like the more they bomb, the more things keep going the same. So it ain't like they ain't been bombing. But is this something more sinister, like a nuclear idea, that they gonna just nuke something? I don't know. We're going to find out at 8 p.m. We're going to find out at 8 p.m. But, like, I think this is terrible when the loss of life, when somebody keeps talking about dropping things on people. I don't like that because we've been bombed on right here in America. So a lot of our black communities they dropped bombs. I don't know. I believe this is a bluff. Brewer says, fake, not going to happen. They don't even have nuclear bombs. Aliens, for one, would never even allow it. So it's butt kiss. LOL. I don't know. When you talk about whole civilizations will die tonight, that sounds like, to me, like y'all finna drop the nuke on them. And I'm hoping that's not the case because you don't want a lot of people to be. This is like, as a black person in America, I don't like to hear conversations like this. Now, for economics and colonialism and Western culture and, all of that, they like to destroy and take over. And this is how America, this is the American way. You don't agree with me, whole civilizations will die tonight. This is where, the black culture is a victim of some of this mentality. So America is at its finest right now if this is what they planning on doing to somebody if they don't sign the contract. This is worse than Pooh Shiesty. This is worse than Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man. Y'all talk about Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man. They saying if you don't sign the deal, we gonna bomb on you. Now, we just had a whole thing with Pooh Shiesty trying to get out his contract, and what he did, I don't see no difference from what Pooh Shiesty did than what Trump and them talking about. Well, do you see a difference, Andrew?
Yeah, this one's a little harsher, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I guess it's more. I guess if the government doing it, it ain't no repercussions.
Is America Suge Knight? That's the real question.
This is Suge Knight behavior. I'm finna do it by any means necessary. I'll take a call before we run the break. If y'all want to chime in on this, 833-212-1017. I usually open up the lines at 2 p.m. We got guests today. So I'll take a couple guests. If y'all want to add to the conversation, like with this Trump talking about, he's warning that whole civilization will die tonight. Tonight. That's a lot for a president to be talking about. And hopefully he just playing poker. It's a bluff.
He started the morning with that too, Tory. That's like you wake up, you get your cup of coffee, and then boom, I'll eradicate a civilization.
Right. Wow. Oh, wow. That's terrible. That's terrible. Like, I don't like to see little kids, a whole civilization. I mean, kids, grandmothers. I don't like that talk. I don't like that talk. I don't care who it's coming from. I don't know if they strategically sat in a meeting and say, okay, we're gonna try to bluff. Maybe they not holding a good hand, and you at the table and you go all in trying to bluff. But we gonna find out tonight at 8 p.m. Maybe tomorrow on the show we gonna know what happened.
Iran has said they're not going to sign anything. So
okay, well then they calling the bluff. They calling this bluff. They been bombing. They said that they hit a bunch of targets, but now what's the difference? Okay, you saying you finna eliminate the people that live over there now? You trying to wipe out a whole civilization? That means kids, animals, dogs, domestic, everything. Even the people that seem to be happy that they could have possibly been excited about the old regime being taken down, now these people up at risk. And it's election day. We got a lot of things going on with the courts this spring election. They always say that the spring election is always the lowest voter turnout, but we got some spring stuff going on with the courts, major court ideas, the Supreme Court ideas. I think the liberals kind of run this area. I think they kind of run this area. We got somebody from the Republican Party challenging, but I'll say this: when it comes to judges, I'm trying to go with the ones that I could get a good outcome with the civil and the human rights ideas. At least get a judge in there that's gonna help out. So that may not, that may kind of weigh on what I'm trying to vote for, but. Like I said, however y'all want to vote, but I'm gonna try to stick with the judge that kind of can give me an advantage when it comes to the disrespect. When it comes to discrimination, I'm gonna try to see who's the best decision for that. So that's my decision. But you got to make a decision. It's election day, and it's voting. We got an article on the voting today. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got some video. Let's listen.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we are outside live at the Zeidler building this morning. It's one of many polling places across the county and the state where people will be going to put their vote in and make their voice heard. We've actually talked to a number of people who are just heading in now, specifically the big top ticket of every ballot you'll see across the state. You'll find the race to replace that Supreme Court justice. Let's talk about the candidates, though. We've got Chris Taylor, an appeals judge from Madison. She's the liberal-backed candidate. Then there's Maria Lazar from Brookfield, the conservative-backed candidate. Both made stops around the state this weekend, getting their final pitch into undecided voters. They both say their political leanings won't influence their rulings if elected. As for undecided voters, though, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of them. More than 50% of registered voters actually are undecided, according to the latest Marquette Law School poll.
With so many people undecided, we're less sure about this election than we normally would be, because we don't normally see more than half of voters undecided.
And we know that the polls close at 8. Again, just opened about 30 minutes ago. Of course, the outcome of this race will either maintain or expand the court's liberal majority.
Hey, well, I'll say this. I'm a vote many times when it comes to state ideas. I'm a definitely vote. I mean, I guess people don't, should I keep it to myself, Andrew, or should I just say it? I may stick with the left on this one, when it comes to human and civil rights and things like that. They kind of more open to those ideas when we coming into these elections. So I have a lot of issues when it comes to the Supreme Court, when it comes to a lot of the cases of human and civil rights with people that's on the elephant gangs, on the elephant gang side. So when it comes to judges, I'm definitely going. I'm gonna have to run with the donkey, because maybe we can get a little edge when it comes to a lot of the lawsuits that we file, that we organize when it comes to the violations of the human and civil rights ideas. So, lately it's been a lot of Republican judges that's been kind of not really pushing the idea or kind of letting a lot of these civil and human rights lawsuits be dealt with in a way where I'm satisfied or seeing what a judge should actually be doing with a lot of these cases. So I'm gonna definitely lean with I'm definitely gonna lean with the donkey gang on these court for right now. The court, when it comes to court judges, hey, I'm doing donkey gang right now, because some of those people on the right, I don't know what they, sometimes they be trying to have a hard hand when it comes to these civil and human rights cases. So I don't like that. I definitely don't like it. So without saying no names, I'm going to just throw that out there. I'm going to live it up for you. Salute to Mo the Elephant joining the chat. Brewers joining the chat. So, hey, we got Hannah Dugan, too. We got something on Hannah Dugan, Judge Hannah Dugan. Now, she was the one that was trying to assist, or they saying that allegedly she was trying to assist somebody that was running from ICE out the back door of the courtroom. And here we go. She trying to appeal or get it dropped. If y'all watching us, we broadcast live. We got an update on Judge Hannah Dugan. She had a lot of political involvement with the ICE agent and somebody that was in her courtroom. She chose to get him out the back door, and I guess it backfired on her. Let's listen.
Or grant her a new trial. In December, a jury found her guilty of obstructing an immigration arrest outside her courtroom. Now, Dugan claims she was immune from the prosecution and that agents did not have a lawful right to make an arrest in the courthouse. In his ruling, U.S. District Court Judge Lynn Edelman wrote Dugan's statement that she should take the heat for her actions and that she was in the doghouse with the chief judge for trying to help that guy being arrested, quote, suggests that she knew her actions were not on behalf of the court. Judge Edelman also wrote, when reviewing a challenge to the sufficiency of the evidence, the court will neither re-weigh the evidence nor second-guess the jury's credibility determinations. Dugan faces up to 5 years in prison. Sentencing has not been set.
Man, she gonna have to eat that, though. You know what I mean? This is why I say, hey, as a judge, many times when you see judges going down like this, and I always tell the regular people, hey, y'all got to pay attention to what happened with Hannah Dugan. And I think people listen because you don't hear a lot of people going out there trying to take risks and standing outside and trying to put themselves in harm's way to go against ICE. You don't see a lot of that, but Hannah Dugan is the blueprint. If you go against ICE, you might end up like Hannah Dugan. And if it's a judge, what you think is going to happen to you? And I've been telling people before this Hannah Dugan, you better be careful because that's a gray area. That's a gray area messing with ICE. And now y'all seeing a live example of a judge facing 5 years over this. Facing 5 years. Some people saying that I'm leaning donkey gang with the Supreme Court, and they saying that pick a side. And I don't pick sides. I do whatever I feel like doing. You may want to pick a side. I just feel like doing what I feel like doing, and I ain't in no game. I get to do what I feel like. I get to say whatever I want to. I don't have no membership with nothing. It ain't nobody. I do whatever I think about is the best choice for me and what I'm trying to do. So if Donkey Gang got something that I like, I might go and say what's up with the Donkey Gang. If Elephant Gang got something I like, I might say what's up. I mix it both up. I mix them both up. Hopefully between the two, I can get what I want. I want to talk about what's going on right now in Chicago. This happened a couple days ago where they're saying an 8-year-old was shot in Chicago. This is making its rounds on social media. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Thankfully, all 3 victims, including an 8-year-old girl who's here at Comer Children's Hospital, are in good condition after escaping with their lives from what looked to be a barrage of bullets. Storefronts left shattered with glass and bullet casings strewn across the south side parking lot, where 3 people, including an 8-year-old girl, were nearly killed. The shooting happened in the Lake Meadows shopping center near 35th and King Drive in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, right outside these Baskin-Robbins and Subway restaurants. Police say just after 4:45 in the afternoon, a dark-colored SUV drove up to them, and someone inside the vehicle opened fire. The girl was shot in her foot. A 28-year-old woman was shot in the knee and taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center for treatment, while a 24-year-old man was rushed to Stroger Hospital with multiple gunshot wounds, including to his arm and chest.
It's very saddening to know that, kids are always never safe.
Their lives were spared, yet concern.
All right, well, I'll say this. I don't know what that was. But I'll say this, when you talk about just safety, community safety, when you talk about 8-year-olds getting shot, I mean, even it's kids that get shot in Milwaukee all the time, and we try to rally around and we try to, help the family through that hard time. I know that some funeral homes give out free funerals for kids that lose their lives due to senseless violence. But when do we get the improvement? When do we get that action to where we start turning the tide on a lot of these aggressive situations? And this is what I'm saying. Has anything changed much in 50 years? Have we become stagnant and bringing results to our own community? And I would say from what I'm seeing, yeah, I mean, I think people can bring results to themselves. They can go and make changes in their own individual lives. But are we working together as far as on the behalf of the group to change our lives in total? That's all I'm saying. Because I stopped going to funerals. I don't go to funerals. I'll help a family. I'll come do my best. But when it comes to the funeral, I'm out. Because I had got to the point where I was going to so many funerals that I started, had to check myself. Like, hey, look, I was having nightmares and just every other day going to funerals. So, like I said, I had to really pull back and say, okay, I'll be here as a resource and manage a situation. But as far as going there and sitting there through another funeral service, I had to call a timeout on that. And then I had to really get a lot of the people that was responsible for the loss of life, and I put my energy in getting those people off the street, working with the family, trying to get those people held accountable. So that's my movement, though. That's what people call me for. So at the end of the day, like I'll tell you this, when I'm in that space, it's tumbleweed. Yeah, people show up to the funeral. Yeah, people, they'll be on the news. They'll show up to the balloon releases and stuff like that. But I think that we have to put another energy out here that can, as a whole, and it's going to take a village to do it, but take the whole village and really attack the mind frame of harming innocent life. We got to stop harboring people that's out here trying to harm innocent life. We got to stop people from even having the thought that if you're going to get out here and do something to innocent life, that they're going to get your support. When we stop that, things going to change. Because a lot of y'all supporting it. I got one rule. Don't get out here and harm innocent life. You can believe what you want to believe, whatever politically, but if you get out here and harm innocent life, that's when we're going to have a problem. And I think that we all should have that. Y'all got a lot of love for that no snitching that's allowing criminals to run free to your detriment. But when you put hands on innocent life and you out here causing harm to innocent life, we all should say that's a no-no in our community. I don't care if it's our mama, your daddy, your friend, your cousin, your brother. If they out here harming innocent life, it should be a hard no. A hard no. And they can't get your support. That's all I'm saying. Like if we could just do that, we'll cut a lot of stuff in half. Because now people know if I go out here and do something and harm innocent life, I'm not going to get no support. I'm not going to have a place to sleep. And they're going to call the police on me and throw me in the trash. That's the rule. And I think that we need to really make that a real solid thing instead of that no snitching that's allowing criminal behavior to run to the ring like the Ultimate Warrior and shake the ring and get everybody, all the drama stirred up, and then they running back to your house and going to sleep at night. I believe if you're supporting foolishness, you need to check yourself. We got to stop it. We got to reverse that mentality. If we could start right there, that'll be a huge improvement. Because a lot of y'all don't mind a lot of foolishness. Matter of fact, y'all entertained by it. That's all you're going to talk about all day. They went down the block, they did this to other folks and terrorized the block. Now they sitting there eating chicken with you. Now they sitting at the kitchen table laughing about it. Or sitting at your house playing video games after they did it with a hoodie on. I'm telling you, a lot of these folks can't pay no rent. A lot of these folks out here acting crazy, they can't pay no rent. You can't even keep a job acting crazy like that. Your attitude, you already know they going to somebody else's house who going to work and paying the rent. A lot of folks that's about that drama ain't really got nowhere to go. And if they at work, I bet you they don't act like that at work. They ain't going to keep no job. So you helping it, you supporting it. We got a whole system that probably not knowingly, but supporting foolishness. That's why it's thriving. That's why it's thriving, because that's, if we cut that off, if we say it's no more foolishness going on around me, trust me how many people will straighten up because they won't have a place to stay. Offset actually being shot and somebody tried to take his life. Well, we got a story on this, a local news story on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
In relation to this case, we're finally hearing from Seminole police on what transpired outside of the casino, and we have an attorney we have a statement from that rapper's attorney. So let's get into all of those details. We know Seminole police say rapper Little TJ has been arrested and booked at the Broward County Jail in relation to this incident where fellow rapper Offset was shot outside the Seminole Hard Rock Casino. Now we have a statement from a law firm based out of New York released saying and disputing claims about TJ's involvement in this. Attorney Don Florio saying Little TJ has not been charged with the shooting, nor has he been shot. Now it's very carefully crafted there for Little TJ's, whose real name is Tion Jaden Merritt. We know from Seminole Police he has been charged, though, with disorderly conduct and a traffic violation. Seminole police say Little TJ was involved in a fight prior to Offset getting shot. A second person has been detained but not charged, and police are looking to identify one more person in this. Now, whatever transpired outside of the Hard Rock Casino happened yesterday around 7 p.m. A spokesperson for Offset saying that he has been hospitalized, but no specifics on how he's doing. We actually know from Seminole Police, in that statement just released, that he has non-life-threatening injuries. Seminole Police would really only say this happened outside in the Valley area. Now, just a little bit of background on Offset. His real name, Kiari Kendrell Cephas, was part of the hip-hop trio Migos before his solo career. You may know he was also married to fellow rapper Cardi B before they divorced back in 2024. The pair do share 3 children together. Offset's cousin as well, Takeoff, was also part of the Migos group. He was shot.
All right. Well, who is Lil Tay? I never heard of this guy.
Lil TJ.
Lil TJ. I don't know who this is. But obviously he's in the conversation of he wasn't arrested for shooting Offset. They just saying that they got him on a traffic violation and something else. But once again, one of y'all, favorite celebrities that used to, be out here with the Amigos, but it seems like he was shot. We don't know all the details. It don't even sound like they even know all the details yet to what. But casinos got cameras. So this is just a general news report without much detail. Only thing I know is this Lil Dante, Lil TJ, I've never heard of no rapper or nobody like that. Don't mean he ain't out here popping or doing nothing. He may be out here, in certain areas. So, but what I'm saying is we gonna keep an eye on this. But they're saying the Offset is okay. He's okay. But once again, somebody was saying that he was out at the casino largely by himself. And I'll say this, a lot of times celebrities don't want to be everywhere you got to go. You got to pay thousands of dollars to have somebody watch your back. But this is what I'll say. You got to be careful about the rap lyrics that come out of your mouth. And when you braggadocious or you talking about what you going to do to folks and things like that, somebody going to try you. And I don't know if this is the situation or if this is the case, but when you get out there and you start rapping a certain gang-type lifestyle or braggadocious, big boss type lifestyle, and then all of a sudden you out there walking around by yourself without, they call that catching people slipping. So I don't know if that's the case or not. A lot of these older rappers are, Gucci just got robbed. Now Offset just got, shot at the casino. A lot of these young cats, they trying to take their spot in that realm, in that area. But do we have any more information on this, Andrew?
So the reports are coming in, Tory. It looks like Little TJ attacked Offset, shot him outside the casino over $900,000 borrowed in gambling.
What? So what you mean, like that Offset borrowed $900,000 from him?
Yeah.
Little TJ got that kind of money? Wow.
Yeah, looks that way. Also, Lil TJ was released on bond today. First thing he says, Offset is a rat for ratting me out.
Oh, wow. I don't think that matters anymore. I think he's waking up to find out that he probably was living in a delusional space called, studio gangsters. Like It's not real. Like when the police get involved, that's when you find out a lot of that lifestyle is not real. Long as there ain't no police involved, long as there ain't no federal investigation, long as there ain't nobody threatening you with 10 years, it's all good. It's all delusional to be in that space. But when it get real and you find out, hey, these people was just faking because they never had the heat of the federal government or law enforcement breathing down their neck, when it get real, a lot of people flip. So here we go. Somebody, not really, City Girl says $900,000. Like, how did he borrow the money from?
That's what the reports are saying.
What? Wow.
Can I hold something?
Okay, that's a whole bankroll. That's more than a bankroll. That's a retirement. That's somebody's retirement fund. I hope he didn't waste that man $900,000 at the casino. That's terrible. Brother Blake, how you doing, Brother Blake?
What up, Tory Lowe?
Blessings, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. All them songs you got playing, man, you might need a mixtape, G.
You so crazy.
You got some nice cuts on there. You got what on there, dude? Sound like Tretch. You got dudes sound like John Legend, Anthony Hamilton. You got some nice cuts on there. You got the people in my van going, "Oh my God, they play good music every day." I wish I could meet them. I got a couple of blind people in my van. They want to meet you. But,
you so crazy.
But thank you.
That's what's up.
I got the word from Vegas last night and Atlanta. My brother's an avid gambler, and Offset. Oh, little dude, almost a meal ticket.
Oh,
so
wow.
Before he got over like 400, yeah. So it's like 900,000. But he owed like 4 or 5 other people like 5,000, 10,000, 10 here, 10 here.
Why are you going in debt like that?
When you gambling, you paying 4, 5, 6. Going to the casinos like that. You know the casinos was made to rape you.
Right.
And Offset's stupid because he think all of them.
Your phone messing up. Get your phone straight. Your phone messing up.
I'm sorry. Let me pull over. Yeah, all the houses and the gambling they was doing before they got that money, it's different spots. When you go to a casino, you're not gonna win. Mm-hmm. So he's at the big casinos betting big still. But when you got crowd in the hood, man, you got about 3, 4 cash you can run to. Let me get 5 stacks. Or let me get a 10 piece and I got you. And you when you got loyalty in the hood, it's okay. Because they be like, he doing his thing. All he gotta do is get a hit or whatever. When his residuals drop,
he gonna
get me back. So this had been going on for about 2-3 months. So he been leaking and he been losing, and he didn't get nothing back. The album ain't selling, and the residuals he got ain't kicking in because he paying child support. That's why he's trying to hit Cardi Pocket so hard. But he in debt with the brothers in the hood, and everybody calling him a square because he done lost his magic on the table. So he in the hole. And once again, that's what happened to his cousin. Them dirty dice games, man. But now he in there, the big boys ain't playing. They gonna strip his neck and leave him out like they did. And then he was with dude, and then he borrowed another 5,000. He's like, look, you don't give me my money, I'm gonna pop you. Dude borrowed like 50,000, then another 5, and he didn't give it back, so he popped you.
Wow.
And that's what happened. And that's why all the cameras was him sitting right there in that little thing, because it happened that fast. Dude, when the street dude tell you he want his money, he want his money. I want it Friday at 3 o'clock. I want my money Friday at 2:30. And he didn't give it to him, so he popped it.
Wow.
That's what it's real. It's real out here in the battlefield.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like,
day, man.
I didn't know he had a gambling problem like that where he was in the hole like that. I mean, you would think that he got all that music he made, all that,
everything we see ain't good.
That's what I've been saying though. But like I said, he was using the illusion. He was using his illusion to get people basically scamming. If that's the case,
right? They spend their money on them chains and them houses, and then them taxes catch up with them. And if you don't have an advisor and you're so stupid, you ain't been watching nobody else fall by the wayside, you'll get what he getting. He getting a taste of his own medicine.
All right. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Thanks for filling us in on that.
If I don't know, I can't tell. If I don't know, I can't tell it. But if I know, I'm gonna give it up because they come say something to me and I already know about it.
52-year-old woman that moved from Texas to Milwaukee. From Texas to Milwaukee. Salute Al Waters in the chat. She moved from Texas to Milwaukee, and she says that she's been sexually abused by the maintenance man. By a maintenance man. And this is crazy. You know, I get a lot of people reaching out. And sometimes I give them some homework. Hey, make sure you report to the police. Make sure you create a paper trail. Make sure, you know, you give all the information to the proper authorities, because when it comes to sexual assault and sexual abuse, I can't do nothing if you don't register it or report it with the right authorities, with the proper authorities, you know. Now, she wrote me this letter, and I'm going to read some of it to y'all because this is how extreme it's getting. And I'm out here in the trenches. So a lot of the conversations we have is I got a bird's eye view on what's going on. A lot of times y'all think that I'm saying things because it's my opinion, but really I done seen so much stuff. I witnessed so much stuff that's going on in the city. I'm super active. So when I tell y'all this stuff, it's happening raw. It ain't got the mainstream narratives on it. So I'm going to give it to you the way I got it. So sometimes the way I got it ain't all dolled up, okay? So I'm going to read y'all a little bit of this Dear Tory Lowe letter. It goes, Dear Tory Lowe, I am a 52-year-old disabled individual that lives in an apartment ran by Milwaukee Housing Authority, and I have been being sexually abused by the maintenance person in the building since I moved here from Texas on October 2nd, 2025 until January 21st, 2026. I was afraid to tell anyone about it because I've been through so much in my life and my mind and body is just so tired of mess. I ended up getting into a counseling, and my counselor and I were on the subject of my 2 service cats and house that they provide safety and security, and he asked me if I felt safe and secure. I just broke down crying. I told him my situation, and he said I needed to report it. But I told him I was afraid I would get evicted. So maybe after a week or so, I reported to Disability Rights and Adult Protective Services, and we set up that police meeting, and she talked to the police. I guess she goes to say she talked to the police. She says, so just so happens that when the 2 officers came and took my report, they never gave me their card nor a report number. So I'm thinking maybe they needed to write out the police report first. A week or so goes by. I call the police station to get a copy of the report, and they tell me that the police never filed the report. I knew something was wrong when they were at my apartment, and the officer said he was going to talk to the owner/contractor of the building, and we both said his name at the same time. That let me know that he knew the owner personally, especially because this entire community, Village Apartments, is Hispanic and only a few black people are here. They didn't even allow black people to participate in anything here. I had to go down to the police station in person to file the report that they tried to sweep under the rug. I gave on body cam report, and the detectives came out to my apartment afterwards. The white lady acted like she was, irritated at me for some odd reason, at the point that I had to ask her if she was okay. I told her, you act like you're frustrated with me. She tried to collect herself, but she started being mean and snappy. Here we go. This is a lot. Like she, when these elders, when these people reach out to me and they try to, write these letters, sometimes the letter be all over the place, Andrew. But she's trying to get to the point. So I think that when we come back, we got to run a break. We at the point where she made the police report. This is what she said. She said, I have been raped, sexually molested by the maintenance man for 4 months, and they are mad at me. I even have pictures of him on top of me and feeling on me from a Roku camera. Now I can't even get anyone to respond to me or let me know what is even being done about the situation. I'm afraid for my life to be living here, but I'm stuck because I'm not financially or physically able to move away. Can you help me? Tory Lowe, can you help me? I've already had 2 strokes, and I do not want another one. This stress is really wearing me down. Can you please help me out? Hey, look, when we come back, I'll give my opinion on what can happen in this situation. Before we went to break, I read a letter from a 52-year-old woman that moved to Milwaukee from Texas that sent me a letter that says she's being sexually abused in a Milwaukee Housing Authority, an apartment ran by the Milwaukee Housing Authority. The apartment, Olga Village Apartments. OLGA Village Apartments. This is where she's saying she stays at. And she's saying that the maintenance man has been doing this, from what I'm seeing, is a couple months. She says she has a Roku camera video. And what I'm saying is that when I see this, and when I gave her, make sure she, when I meet up and we talk, and I want to see what does she have, because if the police was involved in this and they saw this, that she showed them that she had this, then why hasn't anybody been arrested if she's being molested? And this is stuff that this is the stuff that I've been dealing with for years. And many times when these people reach out, they have went through the system. She said it's a Hispanic, and only a few blacks that live there. So it's mostly, she's saying this is mostly Hispanic. She didn't say what the maintenance man was. But from that line right there, meaning that she's living in some kind of Milwaukee apartment housing that's mostly Hispanic. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm gonna have to, basically do what I do. I can't tell y'all all of my secrets. I can't tell y'all all of the sauce. But trust me, we gonna get to the bottom of it. Al Walter says, sound like jail time. However, why would anyone come to this place from somewhere like Texas? Hey, you know what? I met a woman from New Orleans that lives here, and I said, how did you get from New Orleans to Milwaukee? Life happens. People take funny turns. People, take that turn to should have took that left turn to Albuquerque. Like Bugs Bunny used to say. He should have took that left turn to Albuquerque, but he ended up, in a different spot. But this is a serious situation. Elder abuse, especially disabled people. I just played y'all the video about the woman in the nursing home, and the man came in and was messing around with her. And his sister daughters had the camera in the nursing home. That's how he got caught. Because her mama had dementia. So we got to make sure that we keeping our eyes open when it comes to our elders. And like I said, this when I saw this, it was just one of those things where if the police did take a report, and she said that the female officer was acting like they was irritated by her making a complaint. So once again, y'all talk about all these other things going on in the black community, but our elders, our disabled people are suffering. Y'all got all this huffing and puffing going on with stuff you can't even control when right down the street this is going on. This is why I don't talk to y'all like that. Like, this is why I don't engage in senseless conversations with bots, like with people. When you got all this heat for everything you can't get to, federal, you can't go up there and do nothing federal. But you can go down the street and help this woman. You can. Y'all not going to show up. This is why it ain't no need to have these wild, crazy conversations about nothing you can't do nothing about. You can do something about what's going on in your village. And this is why I say it's time to protect the village, because the village has been under attack. And there's so many fires burning. That's why I say in 2026, we need all hands on deck. 1 week, we got stories about the kids, at Bayshore. Before that, 8 people shot, 2 people dead over a weekend. Now I'm getting this. See, in my life, things progress because things happen every day. I ain't got time to digest everything because I'm in the middle of it when it happens. So this woman just hit me up. I got to go over here and see why these people ain't in jail. If she got the evidence, and she showed me that she got the evidence, and watch and see how I turn up on these people. Because that's what I do. I don't want to be the bad guy to some people, but to me, you messing with innocent life. Now, I'm gonna tell you this: if I head over to that police station and they got the video of this man from the Roku camera, and y'all didn't put nobody under arrest, hey, look, maybe the Hispanic was an undocumented person. I don't know, because ain't no way this person walking around without going to jail. With what she said she gave. She goes on to say the officer was irritated to the point where she told the female officer, "You act like you frustrated with me." She tried to collect herself, but she started being mean and snappy once again until they left after taking pictures of my apartment and me. So they took pictures of her. Do we got anybody on the lines trying to chime in? All right, well, let's get Lisa. I'm gonna take a few phone calls on this. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm just heartbroken.
Blessings.
And I just want to tell you, thank you so much. I'm so glad that somebody contacted you. I just feel so sad right now. Thank you.
Blessings, Queen. Hey, look, it be like that. It be like that. But like I said, I'm definitely gonna head to the police station to see what's going on with this, because this is their job. This is not my job. Is to make sure that she get the proper resources. And sometimes it be like that. Sometimes I don't know. I would have to hear how the police handled this. And I'm not going to rush to judgment. I'm just letting y'all know this is what I get on a day-to-day basis. This is the type of situations that I get for the last 17 years. I'm talking about, you can name it, I got it. I had to deal with it. That's why when folks call in and talk about they don't agree with what I don't care if you don't agree with what I'm talking about. That ain't even what I'm here for. I'm here to get to the bottom of what's going on with my people or anybody, any innocent life that reach out. And this ain't just blacks. I didn't deal with every race. I got a couple things I want to bring to the table right now because it's just making me scratch my head right now when I look back and reflect on black communities. And I just seen this documentary. It was called Black on Black. And this was made like in 1968. This documentary. It was on YouTube, and I saw this documentary, Black on Black. It was about the black community back in 1968 in the L's that they were going through. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had have not known that documentary was made in 1968 and just heard it without knowing what it was, it would have sounded like somebody on Fox 6 News or on the TV right now, like talking. Like, what is going on? Why haven't we advanced? And I'll say from 1968, because it seems like what they were talking about back then and what we're talking about right now, not much has changed with the black community. And I want to know why. Why is that? You know, the problems with the youth, being in the hood, you know, talking about jobs, being discriminated against, things like that, having their money leave the neighborhoods and things like that. They're starting to see the beginning of less black businesses in the neighborhood. These guys were talking about some of the same things that we're talking today. And for those that are tuning in, this is a documentary called Black on Black. You can go look it up, or you can watch it on YouTube. This is from 1968, and this is where I say, like, what advancement have we made in our communities since 1968? And I'll tell you this, I stopped talking a lot about what we've been going through and trying to fix it. I'm trying to get involved. I'm trying to be about that action, because all I'm hearing is a replay. Even with Malcolm X, when I hear some of the things Malcolm X and Minister Farrakhan was talking about in their prime, a lot of the things Martin Luther King was talking about in his prime, you know, when the spotlight was on them, I kind of can match some of my articles with theirs. You would think I was living in I was around when they was around, but really, it's a new generation facing the same articles, but obstacles. Why do you think that is? Why do you feel that there's a lack of improvement in the black community when it comes to economics, education, and development? Because that's what they was talking about. That was a lack back then. And how do we get out of it? How do we rise above it? How do we change the conversation? Understand what I'm saying? Because I saw something that was very disturbing to me, because we would talk about the takeovers and we were having a lot of conversations about the youth. And I saw something in the comments, you know, when the news stations post something that's going on with black children. And I'm going to tell you this, it was no empathy or any solutions, or it wasn't nobody saying, hey, look, you know what? Let's build something. Let's make sure we make something for those young people. I'm talking about other races. They was talking about criminals. They was demonizing black youth. They was talking about lock them up and throw away the key. Some borderline racist comments about black children. Just threw all of them in one spot, all of them in the same pot. You know, I thought that was wild to me, because I remember when I was living out in Iowa and Minnesota, and thank God I lived in other spaces, in other communities, well-ran communities. And when the white kids had issues skateboarding everywhere, they built skate parks, you know, just so they can have an outlet to resolve the issue. Now, guess what? Skate parks are in the Olympics. They getting sponsorships from Monster drinks, you know, because they said, okay, how do we solve this problem? They didn't look at it, these kids were being rebellious, or they didn't demonize the kids and said, lock them up and throw away the key. Let's give them citations. Let's throw the parents in jail. They said, you know what? Since they want to skateboard, we're going to build them a place so they can skateboard, so they don't mess up all this other stuff. They was skating on railings, park railings. So they put it all in the skate park, and now they're able to cash in and become millionaires. I'm talking about bike parks, made dirt bike parks where they could do backward flips and things like that. Now they in the Olympics trying to hit 3 backwards flips and landed on the ramp. They made ideas. They came up with creative strategies to redirect the energy. But when it came to our children, and what I'm seeing with these takeovers, that the takeovers was well orchestrated. We don't even know who was behind it. Y'all talking about how the kids are reacting. We don't even know who's orchestrating the flyers across the United States. We don't even know that. It could be a white person behind this. We don't know. Nobody has ever found the organizer to say, this is the person that's putting this together. That's all I'm saying. But why haven't we advanced? LaRon in the chat says, Black community is to stay and make it better. I am almost 60 and it has not gotten better for a number of reasons. I just want to know what the real reason is. Why are we still spinning our wheels right now? Why are our conversations the same as people back in 1968? I mean, it's just weird to watch old documentaries. Everything is advancing, technology. But yet we still talking about jobs. We still talking about struggling with families. We still suffer from the man in the house rule. We still struggling from the government dumping drugs in the community. We still struggling trying to get over these humps, and we still repeating cycles. Even with these kids acting up and getting in gang culture. It was people before them that was getting involved in gang culture that we got mass incarceration from. Why haven't we been able to take that next step? I'm just interested in what y'all think. Because I'm about that action. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to just work. Regardless of whatever conversation we have on the radio, I'm going to go out and do whatever I can to try to, deal with the issues of my people. I do it on a day-to-day basis. That's what I do. But at the end of the day, when you start checking the history, you start seeing when I stop doing it, somebody else gonna have to do it because it's endless. How we gonna set up the next 10 generations? And I think it's getting worse. 833-212-1017. Why are we keep repeating what's been going on since 1968 to now, to 2026? Why haven't we? Some people would even say it's worse out here because now people are deliberately just, I guess they gave up. I don't know. Where's the advancement? Where's the advancement? I can't believe that me and Martin Luther King saying the same stuff. Me and Malcolm X saying the same stuff. Me and Huey Newton saying the same stuff. And I don't even follow them like that. Like, these are the side interviews that you got to see and watch when you look in history and you see that, man, like this, I just see, we all saying the same thing. Wow. That's just shocking to me. Just some people got highlighted more than others. Understand what I'm saying? Some people were able to get in the spot where the camera was in their face. But you could talk to the average person standing by the corner store and they're going to say the same thing. How come we're not able to advance? Is it political? Is it family? Is it the structure, household structure? Is it social engineering? The economic starvation of the black community? Not getting the opportunities as our counterparts? What happened? We can have this conversation because I think this is the tough conversation that we got to have. And especially when the youth can be misled due to a flyer that nobody don't even know who made it. (833-212-1017). Talk to text 833-212-1017. Why there's little to zero advancement? You see a lot of people talking. If I go on social media right now, I can scroll and get 30 motivational speeches and 30,000 people talk about how to start a business. But when I walk down the street, I don't see a lot of businesses that's open from people that look like me. They say the black dollar only lasts 6 hours. Only circulates 6 hours. They say as soon as we get the check, the landlord don't look black. Where we get our groceries from, they don't look black. We paying our car notes to people that don't look black. So the money already gone by the time we get the check. We can't even go to the corner store. I always say this. You can't go to the corner store and get a bag of chips and a soda from a black man. And then if they do got a store, you got to find it. You know what I mean? And they asking for help to stay open. Help me out. Got guests. Hey, look, we got Lance Pitts in the studio. Salute to Lance Pitts because he does so much for the young people. Thank you for coming in on this Tuesday. He has an event, a senior basketball showcase and financial literacy event that's coming up April 18th, April 17th, and it's associated with BMO Harris.
Yes, it is. First of all, thank you, my man. We go back many, many years,
right.
And I'm always proud.
With the lupus basketball,
thing, everything.
You did?
Yep. So we always do everything with
facts.
sports and everything, and I try to use sports as a backdrop for everything I do, especially with my nonprofit. But just continue to. I love the way you grow every year, man. You always evolving. So I've always been a fan of your work, and you know you always got my support. Anything.
Hey, I appreciate that. You know, the thing with me is that I think that everything should always evolve, and I think that many times we forget that we have to add that extra because we have to be competitive. Not only just a lot of people just competitive with the people down the street.
Yes.
We have to be competitive with the surrounding areas and compete as a community to stay in the mix, or we're going to get left behind. So I think that we always have to evolve. Every 6 months, we have to make sure that we check in and see are we flowing with the frequency.
I like that.
And if we're not, then we make the adjustments.
I like that. Hey, that's a great outlook. That's a great outlook. But yeah, we have a great event. For those that don't know, I'm Lance Pitts. I'm the director of the MPBA Community Cares nonprofit. In short, we just use sports as a backdrop for mentorship, education, community engagement. April 17th and 18th, we have this great event that Tory just shared with you guys. It's our senior showcase / financial literacy. How the event came together was I was getting calls, and I was telling Tory this before we started. A lot of my friends would call me with their sons or daughters like, hey, Lance, you got a college that you can refer me to for my son? You know, it would kind of go over your head a little bit. I started hearing the question maybe 2-3 times a week. And then I had a colleague that I work closely with, and he said the same thing about his nephew. So I said, okay, let me connect the dots a little bit. We have a lot of young men and women who've played varsity basketball at prominent high schools, most of them MPS.
Right.
And as they get ready to graduate this upcoming May or June, they don't have any colleges to go play ball at, in a sense. Now, these are kids that I've seen grade point averages 3.2, 3.6.
They just didn't make it to that tier where colleges said, hey, look, because it's so much going on with NIL and things like that, that they kind of, it's a lot of great basketball players that don't make it to the next level.
Yes, and compared to when I played many, many, many moons ago where, hey, you do it well, hey, here's a letter from a school.
Yeah,
school.
That's what they tell you until you get there.
Yeah.
And that may not happen.
May not happen. But a lot of these guys and young women don't have the opportunity. So I decided to call a lot of coaches that I know through my basketball connections and said, hey, I got this great event coming up here in Milwaukee. We're at Mount Mary University. And they all said, sure.
Come scout.
Come scout. We have nothing to do that weekend. A couple of them I'm flying in personally.
That's powerful.
Coming in from Louisiana, Chicago, Detroit, Iowa, things of that nature. So
it was programs like this that how John Morant got found.
Yeah. Similar to like an AU situation. So we got them coming Friday night where they get a chance to speak to the young men and women. I let them work out that Friday night. But then also I started getting calls, Tory, from, hey, my son's a freshman, my son's a junior. So I said, okay, let me open up to them because we want to give them the experience early rather than wait until the last minute. And then after that, we have the game Saturday, right after your the cleanup.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna come down there and help you first.
Because our cleanup is done at 12
yep.
p.m. Yeah.
Yep, and then we start at 12. So I'm gonna come down there and help out, and then I'm gonna jet back to the gym.
That's what's up.
And then I said to myself, what else can we do more than just basketball? How can we educate at the same time? We all know that this generation everything is quick and instant. A la Cash App, things of that nature. So when they go to college, I said, hey, let's try to partner with BMO Harris Bank. I have some good connections down there, especially the one on King Drive. My good friends, they said, hey, let's put together something where we'll give them a checking account. We'll fund it, $25 for every senior that we get registered for the event. And we'll help them with that, and it'll be an ongoing financial literacy community we're going to create while they're now all the way to when they graduate college.
And that's financial literacy training.
Absolutely.
Where they can attend or get some kind of focus on finances. And I think that financial literacy is something that we all need.
Absolutely.
Many times when we think we know, we really don't know.
Know.
It's always changing too. The financial landscape is always changing.
Always. So, we don't want these young men to, it's happened to a neighbor of mine. Their son went to college last year, and we all know what you went to college. You got financial aid, you got the grant, the Pell Grant kickback, and they wouldn't fund it because he had Cash App. He had to have a checking account.
Right.
So I was like,
Cash App is like the new checking account.
Yeah, but they wouldn't upload the money to his stuff. So I said, okay, let me know.
But they pushing back against Cash App too, because I think somebody was like, "Oh, we don't take Cash App. They not taking
take it.
Yeah, they not even accepting it in certain places. Maybe in the hood, maybe at the stores and things like that. But certain institutions are not taking Cash App.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one thing with Cash App, you don't have a customer service number, so you have any issues, there's somebody to go to. Where if you want,
you got a chat box,
literally, and then literally if you use like a banking system where they have like Zelle, okay, if you need mom or dad to send you some money immediately, it goes that way. So that way you have a track record.
And they tax you too if you want to see something.
You see some of those Cash App fees before, Tory?
I'm just trying to tell you, but I think that now this generation, because they had to be self-sufficient, because sometimes when you have to depend on adults, a lot of broken families, a lot of people felt like I didn't have to talk to nobody to get this Cash App going. Like when you have to go through a bank structure, usually. When you're young, you're adult. The adult in the family takes you and open up the account.
Yep.
So in a lot of broken neighborhoods, you don't have a lot of kids just don't have that system.
Nobody. Yeah, we know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. And I have to learn it the hard way. I give you and your listeners a quick story. One of my best friends to this day, Shannon Smith. I've been knowing him for over 26 years. I met him when I was like 20, and we went to his house. He had a duplex, and I'm like, oh, spoiled kid, yeah. Your mom lives downstairs, you live upstairs. He's like, no, I own this house.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, you can't own a house at 20. You can't. Well, fast forward, I bought my first house at 25. All of my friends are all homeowners. You know what you know. You don't know what you don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, like I'm the first homeowner in my family.
Salute to his family, his parents, or whoever introduced him to the concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got to expose somebody to the concept.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have it because they have never been exposed to how to actually do it.
No one has taught us that, Tory.
Right.
And even with my good friend, Miss Cassandra at BMO Harris, one on King Drive, we got some projects we're going to do that. We want to make sure we have you come in and speak as well, too, from when it goes to home ownership, auto loan, credit cards, just the financial landscape that we need to learn now, because now that we're parents, it's up to us to educate and pass down to our kids.
Right.
So on and so forth. Because, think about it. Our parents did the best they could. You know, so now it's like, okay, now that we know we have the information, we have to be able to share that. So,
I agree, and it's time to change the next 10 generations.
Yes,
we got to get them into the entrepreneurial financial understanding, because you're falling behind if you don't know. Other cultures are teaching their kids how to run stores and things like that. I go into other financial ideas with other people that don't look like me, and their sons are 10 years old running the store. Like, you know, running the automotive idea. You know, if they have like somewhere where they dealing with cars, the kid is at the register learning how to do business. And many times we come from a space or area where we can't even go to the corner store and see a black owner. You know what I mean?
100% right.
So we have to make sure that we implement or hit the reset button and just teach and not assume that people know.
I like that. I think those are some of the gems that we, like you said, we have to continue to share, not only with our family but also our community as a whole. I'm always for higher education. I'm always for picking up a skill or trade, but I always educate everybody. Say, hey, you got to learn something, right? We have to learn some kind of skill or something if you want to be successful in society moving forward.
And salute to BMO, you know, for actually being involved in this. Yeah. And many times when we talk about the young people, we have to equip them for the future. A lot of times they have to find out on their own. I mean, I had to find out on my own. I didn't know until I got there, and then I was around this is why I say I had to get around other people who were doing it to learn. Because where I came from, it wasn't like they didn't know. They wasn't doing it, and this wasn't the environment that I came from. Definitely. But then I got out there, and I had a few friends that their daddy owned a farm. And so when I couldn't come home because I couldn't afford it, I had to stay out there for the holidays. I went over to the farm area in these small towns, and their parents was doing things and teaching me things, how to handle certain situations financially, where I wouldn't have got that from grandma.
We wouldn't have got that at all. You know, it's the irony is a lot of financial literacy in our communities, we kind of learn the hard way. I was telling my wife this a while ago. My first financial advisor I had out of college, and I'm working, saving money, this, that, third, and you think that, hey, man, $9,000 is a lot of money. It'd go very quick. You could blow $9,000 on a couple weekends.
Right.
Not even realize it. So it's like, okay. And sometimes us as a community, that's our biggest teacher is, okay, you had it, you lost it. If you ever get it back again, here's what you need to do.
And they make it seem like you get it back and lose it. You'll never get it back.
You'll never get it back. You know? So I'm like, yeah. So I tell everybody.
But that's not true.
Yeah,
it's just wisdom, you know. Yeah. And my first ideal of financial literacy came from my friend. I had a friend in Iowa that I met in college. His name was Luke. And his dad was a stockbroker. And when he got into college, he had a trust fund from all of the investments. So he was basically well off from his dad being a stockbroker. And by the time he drove up in like a Marseille. He had money from his parents understanding how to work the stock market.
Right.
And so his dad became my first person to introduce me to those concepts of buying stock, investing, bonds, IRAs. I didn't know nothing about that from coming up on the block.
Yeah.
So I just kind of changed my life by just knowing that there was a different side of life that I had no clue about, but his dad was willing to teach me if I was willing to show up and learn about it.
Yeah, I mean, think about most of our lessons growing up, coming especially from inner city, is, hey, we know it. If you do, if you don't, you don't. Maybe, hey, hanging with Tory and his family, we can someday, they taught us, can rub off on everybody, but outside of that, that's it. So I think you said something earlier that this next generation and generations moving forward, we have to equip them with the knowledge and the skills that we've learned so we can pass down. So.
Well, look, when we come back, Lance, I want to hear more about the senior basketball showcase and how can the community get involved?
Definitely.
With what you're doing? Because you do so many things. You organize around the youth. Ever since I met you, you've always been organizing around the youth. And I also want to talk about what you feel about the takeovers and what did that mean to your plans in dealing with the youth.
House, phone ring, he already know. Mama crying in the hallway, who gon' speak? She say, Tory Lowe. North side, south side, same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Ever get Tory Lowe? He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. Hey! From the hood to the front row. If you hurt, say the word, he gon' stand 10 toes. Ever get Tory Lowe? Every step, every march he be in that snow. When it rain, when it cold. If you stuck in the dark, he gon' pull you on. Send him out by the lakefront, bullhorn. Voice cut through the breeze. Say a name on repeat. Got the baby marching in the streets. He don't talk like them suits talk. He talk like your cousin on the phone.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got guests. Hey, look, we got Lance Pitts in the studio. Salute to Lance Pitts because he does so much for the young people. Thank you for coming in on this Tuesday. He has an event, a senior basketball showcase and financial literacy event that's coming up April 18th, April 17th, and it's associated with BMO Harris.
Yes, it is. First of all, thank you, my man. We go back many, many years,
right?
And I'm always proud
with the lupus basketball.
Thing, everything.
You did?
Yep. So we always do everything with
facts.
sports and everything, and I try to use sports as a backdrop for everything that I do, especially with my nonprofit. But just continue to. I love the way you grow every year, man. You always evolving. So I've always been a fan of your work, and you know you always got my support. Anything.
Hey, I appreciate that. You know, the thing with me is that I think that everything should always evolve, and I think that many times we forget that we have to add that extra because we have to be competitive. Not only just a lot of people just competitive with the people down the street.
Yes.
We have to be competitive with the surrounding areas and compete as a community to stay in the mix, or we're going to get left behind. So I think that we always have to evolve. Every 6 months, we have to make sure that we check in and see are we flowing with the frequency.
I like that.
And if we're not, then we make the adjustments.
I like that. Hey, that's a great outlook. That's a great outlook. But yeah, we have a great event. For those that don't know, I'm Lance Pitts. I'm the director of the MPBA Community Cares nonprofit. In short, we just use sports as a backdrop for mentorship, education, community engagement. April 17th and 18th, we have this great event that Tory just shared with you guys. It's our senior showcase / financial literacy. How the event came together was I was getting calls, and I was telling Tory this before we started. A lot of my friends would call me with their sons or daughters like, hey, Lance, you got a college that you can refer me to for my son? You know, it would kind of go over your head a little bit. I started hearing the question maybe 2-3 times a week. And then I had a colleague that I work closely with, and he said the same thing about his nephew. So I said, okay, let me connect the dots a little bit. We have a lot of young men and women who've played varsity basketball at prominent high schools, most of them MPS.
Right.
And as they get ready to graduate this upcoming May or June, they don't have any colleges to go play ball at, in a sense. Now, these are kids that I've seen grade point averages 3.2, 3.6.
They just didn't make it to that tier where colleges said, hey, look, because it's so much going on with NIL and things like that, that they kind of, it's a lot of great basketball players that don't make it to the next level.
Yes, and compared to when I played many, many, many moons ago where, hey, you do it well, hey, here's a letter from a school.
Yeah,
So,
that's what they tell you until you get there.
Yeah.
And that may not happen.
May not happen. But a lot of these guys and young women don't have the opportunity. So I decided to call a lot of coaches that I know through my basketball connections and said, hey, I got this great event coming up here in Milwaukee. We're at Mount Mary University. And they all said, sure.
Come scout it.
Come scout. We have nothing to do that weekend. A couple of them I'm flying in personally.
That's powerful.
Coming in from Louisiana, Chicago, Detroit, Iowa, things of that nature. So
it was programs like this that how John Morant got found.
Yeah. Similar to like an AU situation. So we got them coming Friday night where they get a chance to speak to the young men and women. I let them work out that Friday night. But then also I started getting calls, Tory, from, hey, my son's a freshman, my son's a junior. So I said, okay, let me open up to them because we want to give them the experience early rather than wait until the last minute. And then after that, we have the game Saturday, right after your
the cleanup. Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna come down there and help you first.
Because our cleanup is done at 12 p.m. Yeah.
Yep, and then we start at 12. So I'm gonna come down there and help out, and then I'm gonna jet back to the gym.
That's what's up.
And then I said to myself, what else can we do more than just basketball? How can we educate at the same time? We all know that this generation everything is quick and instant. a la Cash App, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go to college, I said, hey, let's try to partner with BMO Harris Bank. I have some good connections down there, especially the one on King Drive. My good friends, they said, hey, let's put together something where we'll give them a checking account. We'll fund it, $25 for every senior that we get registered for the event. And we'll help them with that, and it'll be an ongoing financial literacy community we're going to create while they're now all the way to when they graduate college.
And that's financial literacy training.
Absolutely.
Where they can attend or get some kind of focus on finances. And I think that financial literacy is something that we all need.
Absolutely.
Many times when we think we know, we really don't know.
Really don't know.
It's always changing too. The financial landscape is always changing.
Always. So, we don't want these young men to, it's happened to a neighbor of mine. Their son went to college last year, and, we all know what, you went to college, you got financial aid, you got the grant, the Pell Grant, kickback, and they wouldn't fund it because he had Cash App. He had to have a checking account.
Right.
So I was like,
Cash App is like the new checking account.
Yeah, but they wouldn't upload the money to his stuff. So I said, okay, let me
But
know.
they pushing back against Cash App too, because I think somebody was like, "Oh, we don't take Cash App. They not
wouldn't
taking
even take it.
Yeah, they not even accepting it in certain places. Maybe in the hood, maybe at the stores and things like that. But certain institutions are not taking Cash App.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one thing with Cash App, you don't have a customer service number, so you have any issues, there's somebody to go to. Where if you want,
you got a chat box.
Chat box, literally. And then literally, if you use like a banking system where they have like Zelle, okay, if you need mom or dad to send you some money immediately, it goes that way. So that way you have a track record.
And they tax you too if you want to send something.
You see some of those Cash App fees before, Tory?
I'm just trying to tell you, but I think that now this generation, because they had to be self-sufficient, because sometimes when you have to depend on adults, a lot of broken families, a lot of people felt like I didn't have to talk to nobody to get this Cash App going. Like when you have to go through a bank structure, usually. When you're young, you're adult. The adult in the family takes you and open up the account.
Yep.
So in a lot of broken neighborhoods, you don't have a lot of kids just don't have that system.
Nobody. Yeah, we know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. I have to learn it the hard way. I give you and your listeners a quick story. One of my best friends to this day, Shannon Smith. I've been knowing him for over 26 years. I met him when I was like 20, and we went to his house. He had a duplex, and I'm like, oh, spoiled kid, yeah. Your mom lives downstairs, you live upstairs. He's like, no, I own this house.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, you can't own a house at 20. You can't. Well, fast forward, I bought my first house at 25. All of my friends are all homeowners. You know what you know. You don't know what you don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, like I'm the first homeowner in my family.
Salute to his family, his parents, or whoever introduced them to the concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got to expose somebody to the concept.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have it because they have never been exposed to how to actually do it.
No one has taught us that, Tory.
Right.
And even with my good friend, Miss Cassandra at BMO Harris, one on King Drive, we got some projects we're going to do that. We want to make sure we have you come in and speak as well, too, from when it goes to home ownership, auto loan, credit cards, just the financial landscape that we need to learn now, because now that we're parents, it's up to us to educate and pass down to our kids, right? So on and so forth. Because think about it, our parents did the best they could, So now it's like, okay, now that we know we have the information, we have to be able to share that.
I agree, and it's time to change the next 10 generations.
Yes,
we got to get them into the entrepreneurial financial understanding, because you're falling behind if you don't know. Other cultures are teaching their kids how to run stores and things like that. I go into other financial ideas with other people that don't look like me, and their sons are 10 years old running the store. Like, running the automotive idea. If they have like somewhere where they dealing with cars, the kid is at the register learning how to do business. And many times we come from a space or an area where we can't even go to the corner store and see a black owner. You know what I mean?
100% right.
So we have to make sure that we implement or hit the reset button and just teach and not assume that people know.
I like that. I think those are some of the gems that we, like you said, we have to continue to share, not only with our family but also our community as a whole. I'm always for higher education. I'm always for picking up a skill or trade, but I always educate everybody. Say, hey, you got to learn something, right? We have to learn some kind of skill or something if you want to be successful in society moving forward.
And salute to BMO, for actually being involved in this.
Yeah.
And many times when we talk about the young people, we have to equip them for the future. A lot of times they have to find out on their own. I mean, I had to find out on my own. I didn't know until I got there, and then I was around this is why I say I had to get around other people who were doing it to learn. Because where I came from, it wasn't like they didn't know. They wasn't doing it, and this wasn't the environment that I came from.
Definitely.
But then I got out there, and I had a few friends that their daddy owned a farm. And so when I couldn't come home because I couldn't afford it, I had to stay out there for the holidays. I went over to the farm area in these small towns, and their parents was doing things and teaching me things, how to handle certain situations financially, where I wouldn't have got that from grandma.
We wouldn't have got that at all. It's the irony is a lot of financial literacy in our communities, we kind of learn the hard way.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife this a while ago. My first financial advisor I had out of college, and I'm working, saving money, this, that, third, and you think that, hey man, $8,000-$9,000 is a lot of money. It'd go very quick. You could blow $9,000 on a couple weekends,
right?
Never realize it. So it's like, okay. And sometimes us as a community, that's our biggest teacher is, okay, you had it, you lost it. If you ever get it back again, here's what you need to do.
And they make it seem like you get it back and lose it. You will never get it back.
Never get it back. So I'm like, yeah. So I tell everybody.
But that's not true.
Yeah,
it's just wisdom, Yeah. And my first ideal of financial literacy came from my friend. I had a friend in Iowa that I met in college. His name was Luke. And his dad was a stockbroker. And when he got into college, he had a trust fund from all of the investments. So he was basically well off from his dad being a stockbroker. And by the time he drove up in like a Marseille. He had money from his parents understanding how to work the stock market.
Right.
And so his dad became my first person to introduce me to those concepts of buying stock, investing, bonds, IRAs. I didn't know nothing about that from coming up on the block.
Yeah.
So I just kind of changed my life by just knowing that there was a different side of life that I had no clue about, but his dad was willing to teach me if I was willing to show up and learn about it.
Yeah, I mean, think about most of our lessons growing up, coming especially from inner city, is, hey, we know it. If you do, if you don't, you don't. Maybe, hey, hanging with Tory and his family, we can someday they taught us can rub off on everybody, but outside of that, that's it. So I think you said something earlier that this next generation and generation moving forward, we have to equip them with the knowledge and the skills that we've learned so we can pass down. So.
Well, look, when we come back, Lance, I want to hear more about the senior basketball showcase and how can the community get involved?
Definitely.
With what you're doing? Because you do so many things. You organize around the youth. Ever since I met you, you've always been organizing around the youth. And I also want to talk about what you feel about the takeovers and what did that mean? Tell your plans in dealing with the youth.
Definitely.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. We got Lance Pitts in studio, MPBA Community Director in studio. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after.
Wait a minute. The brothers on the front lines ain't got time to be out there playing basketball. So I kept it honest. I got the brothers that do the work, but that didn't translate to the hoop.
Well, we got to use you as a secret weapon. So that last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, Tory goes to the back, get dressed. He come out. Because guess what? Nobody planned for you. You're not in the game plan. You're not in the scouting report. And
the X factor.
That's it. 2 threes in the corner. That's game right there. You didn't plan for it. That's it.
That's what happened with Kenneth Locke, pastor of the Evolved Church. They stuck him in the fourth quarter. He hit 2 big 3-pointers.
See, that's what
changed the game.
That's what I played against Pastor Locke in college. It's funny. We talk about.
Oh wow! So he actually in college. Oh wow! Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
That's what's up. I didn't know that. He didn't say that when he was on the show. He didn't tell me that he was a basketball player.
Yeah, for y'all to know, Pastor talked a lot of trash back then too. So it's kind of you got to look at him sideways. Like, remember what you said to me on the court that day? Like,
oh wow! Well, now
But
now he's the chaplain for the Milwaukee Bucks and things like that.
Yeah, he's good people.
He was just in the studio, but I didn't know he played basketball. Next time I see him, I'm gonna say,
Yep.
I thought Jesus was with that jump shot.
Yeah.
But really, he actually played the game.
He can play, man.
Oh, okay.
He can play. Very strong.
I thought the grace of God guided that 3-point shot in.
Yeah, very strong guard. He was kind of tough to guard back then, and he had some muscles on him too. He still got a frame on him, but yeah, he was good.
Now I got some ammunition. Thanks, Lance.
Good. I appreciate
for filling me in. Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
But
man.
look, salute to you, everything that you're doing, and anything I can do to help.
Definitely.
Just let me know. You already know.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, for all your listeners, like I said, if Tory can continue to help share the flyer, my biggest thing I'm doing now between next week is just make sure that everybody's aware.
Right.
I bring it awareness.
Give the information again for those that want to participate.
So you can follow my page, Lance Pitts, or MPBA Community Cares page. All the flyers are on there. I got videos and stuff that we made. If you need to reach me for your son or daughter to register, no matter if they're a freshman or senior, 414-807-2740. Or contact Tory. He can reach me as well.
All right. So. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we got guests today. We got a big rollout from Adidas. From Milwaukee's own Eric Shake James in studio.
Yes, sir.
Look, Shake. You do this all the time. You have these rollouts all the time, but this looking powerful, Shake.
That's good, man. Yeah,
it's looking powerful.
It's supposed to be.
I seen the first video.
Okay.
Summerfest involved, Visit Milwaukee involved.
Yep.
Got various personalities from the city involved.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
The various people.
Yes.
From the city.
Yes.
All around the city.
Yes.
Involved in this rollout.
Yes.
It's looking powerful, Shay.
Yes, I love it.
We got Alexander, the designer, on the lines. How you doing, Alexander?
Yeah, what's up?
I got to talk to you now. Alexander.
Man.
Now y'all got this rollout coming with the new sneaker. I don't know how much you can reveal right now because I think April 11th is when it's gonna drop.
Well, Tory, you know what they say. When you got a rolled out, sometimes you got to hold out. You can't tell everybody everything. You can't tell everybody everything, but I'm gonna tell you
until it's time.
Hey, this one is for the books, man. This one is for Milwaukee, man. I love it. I'm proud of it, man. Proud to be a part of it. The energy is real, and I'll say this: it's really going to shake up the world.
Look, I seen the promo. It's going viral right now on Instagram. It's out on Facebook.
Yep.
Amazing, and it's all Milwaukee, 100%.
1,000%.
100%, and we just getting started. There's so much more content to share, so much more storytelling and connecting. This thing got a lot of connective tissues. This is an anatomy of Milwaukee we dropped.
I thought the last year rollout was big.
Got you.
But y'all done took it to the world this time. Y'all trying to take it to. Y'all trying to take this one around the globe. Y'all might get banned in the UK like Kanye West.
Man, listen, that's the only place to take it when you got somebody like Shake involved. You can't play small. You can't act like Milwaukee ain't really on the map. You can't act like the people in Milwaukee ain't great and they're doing great things. There's some powerful things going on in Milwaukee, so we putting that light on it so you can find the views when you come there.
Hey, I couldn't. Hey, look, I'm trying to hold my composure because Shake came in here with a box.
Hey, man.
Oh.
Yeah, he came in. I seen the little glow. It was glowing. The box had a glow to it. I don't know. I'm just trying to say. I don't know what's in the box. I don't know what's in the box.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't even got my box, so you blessed right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's facts.
You blessed. I won't even get mine till I touch down. He make sure I touch down first.
Hey,
he like to do the in person. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what can you say to the people that's listening right now, Alexander?
I'm going to say that this is going to be the best samba that has been released in a long time because of the intention that's put into it for the city and it being a true story. I'm going to say that Shake will go down as somebody that tells the truest stories in the history of sneakers in a long time, with no fluff, just real people and community involved.
This definitely has the community involved.
Oh, absolutely. That's what it's about. Because guess what? When you say 414, we're talking about a community, you know, and that's the biggest thing. Like the shoes that people do that you know, they celebrate. I've watched, you know, other cities do shoes, and they're celebrating things that have happened in the city more than actually the city. So it was important to Shake to actually amplify the actual city. So, you know, we're doing that truthfully with people that's from there. I think it's one of the best things that's happened to sneakers in a long time. And when people finally get it, it's going to be like one of those movies that you watch over and over.
Well, I'll say this, because they asking how much is the shoe. They already asked what the price is on the shoe. And then where's the location that, you know, when they drop, where can we get the shoe?
Yeah, the shoe going to be sold at Sneaks at 1320 East Brady Street from 11 o'clock this Saturday till 4:14 p.m. Got to keep that 414.
Oh, wow. Hey, it's going to be a line wrapped around the corner. I mean, because these shoes are unique to Milwaukee.
Yes.
And many times, you know, people drop shoes and, you know, it's from their imagination, but it's not unique to Milwaukee. Like, y'all made it so that when you put these shoes on, you don't have to say nothing. It's not a question that these shoes came from the city.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at it, man.
They rare.
Yes.
These are rare.
Yes. Only place you're going to be able to get them is
This the only place you're going to be able to get them.
Only place. Like, we got Harambe on the shoe, man. Like, how powerful is that? Silver Spring, Upper East Side, Downer Woods. Come on, man.
Like, got the map on the shoe.
They own the shoe. The whole map of the city on one shoe. We got the north.
Wow.
And the west side and other shoe, we got the south and the east side. The third ward is on there. So it represents the whole city, the whole community. That's why it was important to have real people and no actors, no models, none of that. We wanted real people telling real stories, man.
Hey, look, we're going to run the break, and when we come back, hey, Alexander, if you got I know you're busy. If you got to go, I would love for you to hang around. If you got to go, you know, we're going to run the break. You can leave. I'll give you the last words. You know, if you got to leave, you got to head out.
I'm locked in. I'm sticking around.
Okay, good.
I'm locked in.
Okay, because I know you're a jet setter, so I know I was just giving you that, you know, that way out. But when we come back, we got Eric Shake James in the studio. And we in studio with his new sneaker from Adidas, and he about to drop it April 11th, and we got Alexander the designer. I call him Alexander the designer because that's what he do.
That's what he do.
That's what he do all over the world.
I call him the mad
I
scientist.
think I might change my Instagram today.
Hey, all over the world. Like, he's been a part of a lot of huge worldwide projects, but now he right here with Shake doing something, trying to shake the world.
There you go. Shake up the world.
Yeah. And I would say, man, I've been a part of a lot of projects I'm proud of, but I'm gonna tell you this honestly, and this is from my heart. This is the biggest. Because I've been a part of a lot of things that could have gone right, but it just, you know, there are certain parts sometimes that just the ball drops and you just don't get to tell that story like it needs to be told. And this one, because of Shake being who he is, we saw the raw, unfiltered, cold story of how this whole thing happened, all while rolling out, you know, something for the city. I think it's a lot of fun, man.
I'll say this. I know when y'all two together, y'all mixing up something.
All the
y'all
time.
mixing up, and then the shoe, all the shoes. I think I got every pair of shoes that y'all dropped, that Shake has dropped, except for one, the first one.
Okay.
The very first one.
Okay.
And it was gone by the time, because these are rare to the city.
Yes.
So if you don't get it and they're gone, nobody else will be able to get this shoe.
No, sir.
This is how rare this shoe is to the city.
Yes.
And it has the last shoe. What had it for me was the water, the Lake Michigan on the tongue.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a lot of different other stuff, but I said, is that fish? Is that fish and water on the tongue? Like the detail to Milwaukee is just phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, this one right here took it to another level, though, man. Just putting the whole city on the shoe, man. The whole city on the shoe. Whole city on the shoe.
Look, I'm talking about when he say the whole city on the shoe, the map is on the shoe where you can see different neighborhoods in Milwaukee on the shoe.
And you know, Tory, you can give Uber directions using the shoe.
Wow. Look, I'll say this. I am so proud of y'all.
I appreciate
because
you,
a lot of times people make ideas and it represents them. And they say, oh, this is for the city, but it's representing them.
All the time.
This shoe is representing the city. That's it.
Yes.
Summerfest is involved. Visit Milwaukee is involved.
Yes.
How did y'all get those sponsorships involved? Like, how did they get involved? Summerfest, that's huge.
Yeah. Shout out to Sarah and Jared over there at Summerfest too, and Josh at Visit and Peggy. But long story short, man, you know, I just feel like it was a natural partnership. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to uplift the city. You know, like through the youth, the same way you trying to do it. Visit Milwaukee's trying to get people to visit Milwaukee. Summerfest is the biggest outdoor music festival in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it just all lined up, you know, so through this shoe, we're going to get people to visit Milwaukee. And then not only do you get this shoe, but every purchase of these shoes get you a free ticket to Summerfest.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Free ticket to Summerfest. And not only are you going to get a free ticket to Summerfest, but it's going to unlock other special events through it. So what comes along with this shoe is an NFC chip. And so that'll be this thing right here. So every shoe is going to have this.
Like a fob.
Yep. And you take this and you put it next to your phone. And then it's going to take you to the website and you subscribe. And once you sign up, then Summerfest is going to send you a digital ticket. But it don't stop there. Like, it's going to unlock other things. Like, if I got
other festivals around the city.
There you go. It's going to unlock other things. So it just don't stop. So this ain't something you're going to use one time. This is something you're going to be using for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is a whole, like, now you get to wear the shoes at all these different events. Because, I try to preserve. When y'all drop a shoe, I try to preserve the shoe.
Gotcha.
The only shoe I wear the most is the slides.
Okay.
I wear the slides the most.
Okay.
But I try to when I put on those shoes that I got from over the years, I'm making sure that I'm going to something, I'm stepping out with pride.
Yeah.
Because I know that ain't nobody, if you ain't got this shoe when it was out, when y'all did the rollout and when it run out,
it's over.
It's over. That's the value of these shoes because not everybody, this is not sold everywhere.
No, it's only sold here in Milwaukee for us, by us, designed for the city with love, you know.
So I got an original pair of shoes that ain't, if you missed it, hey, you can't get it.
Yeah, it's over, man. But, you know, like I said, man, this is something that's going, you know, like I said, this represents the city, man, and this is something that's going to last a long time. So I just don't want people.
Can I show them to the camera?
These actually yours, but you can show them. Yeah, these yours.
No way.
So you got yours before Alexander. You got yours before Alexander.
Oh no. Oh wow. Oh snap. Truth. Nate, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I made it. Grandmama, I made it. Look at this. Look at this, Truth Nation. Look at this is the shoe. This is the shoe box. If y'all watch this, we broadcast live. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Oh wow. This is hot. Now, do I get to show it? Because I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Show
I can show. Okay, I'm gonna show
yours. Show it.
Okay, so I'm getting permission to show it, Alexander. Now. Yo, design. Look at.
Hey, listen, I always try to show early. Shake the one beholding me. That's what I told you.
Look at this, Truth Nation. If y'all watching this with broadcast live, look at this shoe. This is a whole map of Milwaukee
Look at them neighborhoods.
Look
on
at
there.
the neighborhoods.
You see
River
Thurston
West,
Woods on there?
Harambe.
There you go.
Old North Milwaukee.
There you go.
Timberman Airport.
There you go.
I mean, Silver Spring.
Say it.
I'm trying to find Hillside. Upper East Side. I'm talking about Lake Park. Look at this.
Look at the strings. It's a little Easter eggs on that shoe, man.
Okay, so what can we describe?
You see what's on the strings?
Hold on, let me unscreen. Okay, here we go.
See it? There you go.
Summerfest.
There you go.
The Summerfest logo is on the string.
There you go.
And
it's another pair come with it too.
I would be afraid to just get these messed up. So if I wear these, it'll be for like an hour.
Nah, man, you gotta enjoy them, man.
Because if you scuff, you know how they get mad when they scuff the shoe up.
Yeah.
I don't want to scuff up nobody's neighborhood. You feel me?
He said you don't want to scuff up nobody's neighborhood.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. Look at this. Somebody look at this. If y'all watch as we broadcast live, these are nice.
Look at the tongue.
They say zoom in. Zoom in, Andrew. Do your job. Zoom in a little bit. Andrew working hard. Like we just messing with Andrew, but like I said, they in the chat they say zoom in, bruh. Look at right there. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see our neighborhood, but all of the neighborhoods is on there. Somebody in the chat says I got a fit for these.
There you go.
They done already got their fit.
Oh, we got some clothes that come with it too.
Okay, so what's this thing on the back?
Tell them about the thing on the back, Alex.
This
AJ.
like this a string that you pull it. Yeah, what's that on the back?
Right. So because of the water influence, we put a little toggle on the back with that boat shoe influence to it. But then at the same time, it definitely has some type of, functionality to it, because if you go to the gym, you want to hang your shoes up on a hook, you want to take some dope pictures. Sometimes you want them out of the way, you can use it like that as well. But it also has, if you're paying attention closely with the third eye, you know what I'm saying? It has a nod back to the indigenous community. Like it's not for them, but it's just, the way that the shoe is designed, it actually speaks to everybody in the city. We did this. We wanted a shoe that was complete. And, because of the, land there and everything, man, we made sure that it was Easter eggs, not necessarily literal, but also just influence in a way that says, we appreciate y'all, because Milwaukee wouldn't be Milwaukee name, without them.
And it says Samba.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Samba? That's just the model of the shoe by Adidas. So that's just the model of the shoe, Samba.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I ain't know. I thought.
Got you.
I got everything I see on the shoe. I got to ask. I don't know what it's always something that's gonna unlock something.
There you go. You didn't even look at the tongue on the shoe.
Hold on. I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get. Oh, it's see through.
Yes. It's a viewfinder.
It's a view. What you mean it's a viewfinder? What is this? What did y'all do with it? What did y'all do with the tongue?
Hey, look, it's the first Samba to feature a translucent tongue on the shoe, which functions as a play on the viewfinder. Remember viewfinders back in the day, you used to be able to look through them, right? And catch a view. So you'd be able to look through these, and catch a view conceptually, but actually, literally, we took them outside, and it actually has more of a magnifying lens type material that they use for it. So it's not just your average plastic. Yeah.
So if I want to
read a book at nighttime with that.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, there's so much going on. We got to run a break. And we got Eric Shake James still in the studio. I'm still trying to figure out all the different things that this shoe got going on. Now, during the break, and before I get to that, Alexander, the designer, is on the line.
Yeah.
Worldwide international designer on the lines. Look, I'll tell you this. During the break, I opened up the box. There was a lot of extra things that came with the shoe.
Yeah.
Even the key fob, a couple different shoelaces, one shoelace with the word Milwaukee on it.
Visit Milwaukee.
Visit Milwaukee, yeah. The shoelace with Visit Milwaukee. And then there was another shoelace, a red shoelace that was in the box. And I'm going to tell you this, that's a lot because you got to switch up the shoelaces sometimes.
There you go, get that nice lace swap.
So this is a lot going on. Then I got the key fob that's going to unlock a ticket to Summerfest.
Yes.
And then other surprise things that can happen with the key fob. So don't throw the key fob away.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this key fob right here, I'll be able to get into other things as the summer goes on.
Yes.
Now, I ain't never seen a shoe do nothing like this.
Oh, yeah. It's incredible.
No.
It's incredible.
What is going on? Look at this. This is the key fob right here. Look, I'm going to keep this on my... I don't know. Is there some discounts on some food in there that's going to be coming?
It's going to be a lot, man.
Okay,
that's what I'm trying to tell
discount,
you. Make sure if anybody that cop a pair, just make sure don't throw that away.
I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this with my regular keys.
There you go. Don't throw it away.
Because I might be somewhere and I might use it, and next thing you know, something might pop up that I may be able to have access to.
There you go. There you go.
And that's exactly what it's for, Tory. Like, there's going to be call to actions all the time and opportunities. So you want to keep it handy instead of, attaching it to the shoe. We allowed it to be a keychain so you can put it on your keys and carry it with you because you don't want to miss those opportunities, them special unlocks.
Also, there's a map of Milwaukee, and this is the map that is on the shoe.
Yeah.
So everything y'all doing right now has meaning.
It's all intentional.
And I looked through the what you call it, the
tongue, the viewfinder.
The viewfinder on the tongue, and I'm telling you, it do got some magnification to it. Because when I looked at Shake through the viewfinder, he was way up close. I was like, hold on, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The subtle details, man, and functionality is what we're after. Because a lot of people don't need shoes, but they do need things that they can use, And so that's what Shake is doing for the community, always giving them things, stories that they can share and tell, because that's how you stay connected as community, through stories.
Now, Shake, you're always dealing with the kids.
Yes.
Every time you do these rollouts, you make sure that you keep the kids involved.
Yes.
What are your plans for this rollout?
So tomorrow we're gonna be seeding Seaford Elementary School the shoes. So we're gonna do a little
Seaford Elementary School.
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep. And then we're gonna be leaving Seaford, headed over to Hawthorne Elementary School, where we're gonna host a sneaker fair with those kids and kind of speak to them about AJ's gonna run that class, and we're gonna kind of speak to the kids about design. We got 50 kids at Hawthorne, and then Friday we're gonna be taking 100 kids from Milwaukee College Prep. We're gonna take them bowling.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, for me,
Milwaukee College Prep, they're my people.
Yeah, if I can't, impact the community that way with the kids, then I don't want to do no shoes no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we got to always have the youth involved.
Hey, look, y'all doing a phenomenal job of representing Milwaukee. Most times when something comes out and they say, hey, look, buy this because, it's from the city. No, this shoe is the city.
That part.
It's showing the city. It's all about the city. And I just am appreciative to be here, just having an opportunity to see this part of history, Milwaukee history.
Yes.
Because this is what this is. Many times we have a lot of designers that come out with things in the city, but many times, you'd be like, okay, I may get it, I may not. This is a must get because after it's over with, it's over. And I'll say this, you do not want to miss out. These shoes usually go like out the window, the line around the corner,
Yes.
Almost like the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, there you go.
I done came to the shop when you had opened up the last rollout.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even get to, it took a second.
Yeah.
But that's what you want, that pride in the city.
Yeah.
Now, this next, I seen the commercial. Andrew, where can Andrew find the commercial? I know it's on your
my Instagram, Shake JMJ.
Hey, go get the rollout commercial, Andrew. I want to play that before y'all get out of here because you was in a situation where you was talking about how it all came together.
Yes. There you go.
And that to me is like powerful because everybody that you named was a part of the city, doing something in the city.
There you go.
And that's how did y'all find everybody that was, how did y'all make all these connections? Because I know you connected with a lot of people, a lot of things, but now you're putting the city 100% in the front. Y'all didn't go get actors.
That part.
Y'all didn't go get actors, and I seen a ballerina on one.
There you go.
I never seen a ballerina from Milwaukee. Now
there you go.
Now you introduced me some people, some areas that I haven't even been to.
Yeah,
we got ballerinas in the city. We got Native Americans in the city, like that. That's a part of this rollout.
Yes, say it. That was AJ with the ballerina. He the one that discovered her. You know what I'm saying? But she was incredible, man. I mean, her photos turned out amazing. She did such a phenomenal job. We about to drop another video that's featuring her and another guy later on today. But yeah, man, this has been an incredible rollout, man. And I just really hope the city, receive it the way they should. Because like I said, I feel like we deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
No, above and beyond deserved. This is like something that is a part of Milwaukee history right now.
Yeah.
Adidas, a worldwide brand, is dealing with people from Milwaukee, and it's going across the country, across the globe. Like, this is amazing. This is one of those times where you got to be involved in it.
Yeah.
This is that once in a lifetime where I got to be involved in this. Because it represents Milwaukee, and we want Milwaukee to look good in all shapes, sizes, fashions. We doing a cleanup. We got to get a part of the frequency. We got to make Milwaukee pride a positive thing.
There you go.
They always talking about something negative when it comes from Milwaukee, the takeovers, things like that. But it's a lot of great things going on in the city, and this is one of them.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a part of the reason why I do what I do, to kind of stop those kind of takeover things. You know what I'm saying? To get the kids different outlets, to express themselves and different things to do, man. I know a lot of people like to focus on things like that, but I like to focus on the good in the kids, man, and the good things that we can continue to do, with good brothers like yourself, me, AJ, it's a couple other ones out in the city doing the work. So, man, we just got to keep doing the work, man.
We got the video of the rollout, the first video. It's multiple videos.
Yes.
But this is the first one. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. This is the first promo from Adidas, from Shakes, from Alexander. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. We got the video. Let's listen.
So I know a guy, right?
Yeah.
He's from Detroit, or maybe he's from the Virgin Islands. Can't remember.
Get right. 1, 2. 1, 2.
So he introduced me to a lady, and the lady introduced me to another guy that she works for from Visit Milwaukee.
And?
They said we should do something together. And they said they wanted to do a shoot.
1, 2. 1, 2. Double.
So I flew my team in from Atlanta and Colorado, and we took a meeting.
And then what happened?
Crazy part is the guy from Visit Milwaukee introduced me to a guy from Summerfest. When I met the guy from Summerfest said they want to be in.
Wow, so what are y'all gonna do?
We bringing together the community, the city, the artists. We actually bringing the whole world together. It's gonna be big.
So what happens after that?
We're gonna shake up the world.
Hey, look, I know y'all be up to stuff. That's why I try to stay in tune with y'all. Y'all always up to something. I'm gonna give y'all last words before we get up out of here, before we run the break. Alexander, I'm gonna give you the last words, and Shake, definitely, I'm gonna give you the last words. So, what do you want to tell the community right now?
Man, I just want to tell the community, man, how much I rock with Milwaukee, just being a kid that grew up in the South and then, went to the Midwest and came to Milwaukee, fell in love with the people, the dope kids that they have there, and the food scene, just the genuine spirit that I found in Milwaukee is something that's infectious. And, this is part of, making all of this extra content and extra this, extra that. I'm just honestly, proud to share that Milwaukee is super dope. You know, and I think like that's what the surprising part for everybody is like they're gonna be like, man, we didn't know Milwaukee was like that, and you know, until Shake had this story told in this way. So I think it's just really dope, man, and I appreciate the opportunity to do it. Can't wait to see everybody in the shoes. We got all people from all over the world calling about them. So Milwaukee better stand up and get these shoes because the world wants them, and they don't even care. They like, I need them in Germany. I need them in Nova Scotia.
Oh, wow.
Real time.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, well, look, I appreciate you, Alexander. You do a lot of things, and I appreciate that you're doing it right here. Whatever you're doing, you working that magic right here in the city.
Yeah. And man, I'm telling you, I got so many requests for these shoes. It's unbelievable. They you know, like they rock it with the whole Milwaukee thing, but they just more so rock it with the fact that it's like a dope shoe. You know, like I mean, Usher hit me up about the shoes. T.I., Dej Loaf. Micah Parsons. It's like, I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. Listen what I'm trying to tell you, man.
What? Micah Parsons?
Michael Parsons, man. I'm shipping that 14 out as soon as I leave here.
Oh, wow.
But I'm trying to tell you, man, this is really a dope city. It's really a dope thing, you know, for the city. And my, you know, like the last words for me is just, you know, like make sure that everybody, you know, kind of, you know, do a little bit more for the youth, man. They need a little guidance, man, right now, you know, that TikTok and all that other stuff is kind of taking over their brains, but we got to, you know, make sure we keep our hands on them, man. You know, like they got a bright future. They got a bright opportunity. We just got to show them that it's a future and an opportunity for them out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want them to always know, like, you know, like I come from, you know, like the same streets they come from. I walk down the same blocks they come from. So you got a guy, you know, like me, you know, to have a partnership with a global brand like Adidas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm right here. Like I didn't move to L.A. I didn't move to Philly. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. I'm accessible. I always want to be on the ground floor. I want people to have access to me, you know, be able to shake my hand, talk to me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here for the community, here for the city. And this Saturday, man, 4/11.
It's going to be powerful.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, it's so much to this that y'all going to have to come back because y'all dropping so many different promos.
Oh, yeah.
So let me know when y'all get time because I know y'all going to be on the run. But I tell you guys, stop through because there's a lot of different promos from different aspects of the city coming out as well with this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we ain't done.
Hey, look, I appreciate y'all for coming on the show today. Amazing, amazing shoe. I am very thankful that I was able to just be in the ideal and watch it happen and see y'all do y'all work. Y'all really working and y'all really trying to bring a lot of pride to the city of Milwaukee.
Yes.
And we thank you.
Yes.
That's powerful, Shake.
Just the beginning. Just the beginning.
All right.